Hey guys, it's GameFacer and welcome back to episode 12 of my Leicester City career. Now today we have got quite a few different matches to play actually. We're currently in the January transfer window as well. But first of all we have this FA Cup game against Wigan, followed by a couple of other matches as well. I think Bournemouth we've got at home, which I'll be simming. And then is it Liverpool or Tottenham? Coming up Tottenham afterwards. So that game I'll also be playing hopefully in this episode. Bearing in mind that we've obviously got a few players to maybe try and bring in. One of which is going to be, is it Leroy Sane? I think I'm pretty sure that's his name, who was suggested in the previous episode. He was already on my shortlist, so that I'm assuming that means he was suggested previously to that as well. I think I'm going to try and get him in this episode, but before we get into things, if we could go hit 20 likes on this episode, I'd really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to go subscribe as well if you haven't already. That'd be absolutely brilliant. And yes, let's move on to putting in a bid for him, so we can get on with the Wigan game. It's actually going to be a pretty interesting offer because it seems like this deal could go ahead from what the chief executive is saying. He's currently worth $6 million. That's a decent amount that we can pay, really. And he's 19 years old as well. He's a left mid that can play right mid and striker, so he fits perfectly into what we're after. And I didn't want to really change this Leicester City side too much, but there was one player that I'm not a huge fan of, and that's Mark Albrighton. Not fast enough for me for a winger. He's not slow, but at the same time, he just doesn't have that same pace that Sane appears to have. So we're going to try and get in Leroy Sane. We're going to get rid of Mark Albrighton, who is worth 2.3 million. So on top of that, we'll go with the 6.5 million, I think, so roughly what he's worth, in the hope that we can try and get him in. I think that should be enough, really, to lure him to the club. Also, a little side note, for those of you interested, there's loads of job offers available. There's Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Newcastle, Southampton, Spurs, obviously a couple of other Spanish ones as well. There's some big job offers going at the moment. Not that I'm interested in necessarily leaving, because I think I'll only be doing one season with Leicester anyway. But it's just in case you were curious, it seems like most of the league is looking for a new manager, which is a bit of a weird one. But we do have Dragowski saying he wants to play the next match. That's kind of the idea, to be honest. He is in my cup team, so we'll quickly change around the team and we'll see what sort of side we'll be playing with. And this team that I'm going with, same formation as always, really. Dragowski starts in goal. Delat on the right-hand side of defence, obviously Moore. And the centre-back that I can never pronounce the name of starts alongside him. We've got Schlupp on the left-hand side, Demarai Gray playing left mid, Camarasa centre-mid alongside Amati, Dyer on the right, Okazaki just plays in behind Ezekiel. Let's see how we get on against Wigan. We're going to play the game. It's an away match and one that we should be trying to win, even though I have changed around the team a little bit. But let's find out how we get on. I've just seen that I think we're playing in the snow by the looks of it, from what it says at the top. That is not good news for us. Ezekiel looking for Okazaki. This is a counter-attack of sorts because we've just had a goal kick. Okazaki looking for Ezekiel, who wasn't able to get anything off that one. The defender just kind of bundled it towards the goal, and sadly we couldn't nick it off him. I'm very happy I decided to play in the black kit and not the white one for this game. Surely that was a free kick, it is. Had a decent start to this match. Wigan don't look like they've got too much quality in the team, so it should be a comfortable game for us, this. Just need to try and get an early goal if we can. Okazaki with nearly with a chance there. Okazaki looking for Ezekiel again. Surely he's got enough pace, but does he have enough strength? No. It's a bit of a shame that I feel like Jamie Vardy playing up there probably would have done a little bit better from a few of these passes through. Ezekiel just isn't strong enough to get past the defenders. That is it for the first half, still drawing the game 0-0. It's been an okay match, we've not created loads of chances, which is a little bit worrying. But I think I'll quickly take a look at the team. I don't know if I'll make any changes though, I'll just be back in a second. Okay, I'm going to make one change. That's bringing on Kante, taking off Camarasa, who has been really poor, actually, Camarasa. Unable to pass a ball, which isn't good for a midfield player, especially when Amati isn't really in there for his passing ability, more his strength, but that is not a good start. It wasn't meant to even go to Demarai Gray, that pass. Through to Okazaki, it's a brilliant pass from Ezekiel. Still going here, Okazaki, not too good on his left foot. Can he get us a goal off the post? Oh, struggling to see the ball, to be honest. I didn't know whether it was going in or not. I think I was a little bit late in deciding whether it had gone in or not. But yeah, we should really be winning this game now. Okazaki not really that good on his left foot. I need to bring on Jamie Vardy though at some point, and that'll be Ezekiel coming off. And I think the time to do it is now. We are going to take off Ezekiel, who hasn't really got into the game, to be honest. He's not been that good for us. And I'm a little bit tempted to bring on Traore as well, but it's difficult to know who to bring on, to be honest. I think we're going to bring on... I think we'll go Mahrez, actually. Traore's been really poor when he's come on, so we'll give Mahrez a bit of a go on the left-hand side. Hopefully that improves us. Okazaki looking for Jamie Vardy. It's a good pass. Vardy's going to have to hold it up. Oh no, he's got past him. Vardy's through. Can he finish it off? How is it saved? But it's got in. 1-0. 78th minute. It's a late one. It's been difficult to play with this snow. You can't see anything. I can't imagine what it's like for you guys watching. But Jamie Vardy cuts back inside, then accelerates away from the defender, just about slots at home. I didn't think it was going to let me shoot at first, but it does, and we score 1-0. Again out to Mahrez. It's another good crossing chance. Okazaki's in there and it's off the bar, I think, or post. It's difficult to tell. The post just blend into the snow behind it. That's the sort of chance you want Traore to get on the end of, but we've not, in previous games, looked like getting the ball out wide. Typically, though, we have done that in this match, but we've got Jamie Vardy running through here, and can he slot home a second? Oh, it has just. That's poor keeping there, it looked like. Anyway, like I was saying before, it is very difficult to see where the ball's going here. It's a brilliant turn from Jamie Vardy. Loads of space to run into, and that's them just trying to push too far up. And yeah, keeper should do much better. Saved onto the post and in 2-0 in the 89th minute. And that's it, we've won the game 2-0. That's the power of Jamie Vardy for you. Comes on and scores 2 goals. Brilliant stuff from him. And we are into the next round. That's the main thing. We've gone through, and although I've had to bring on a couple of first team players, we have managed to get ourselves into the next round. Bristol City have actually beaten Man United. That's an interesting one. They've beaten them 2-1. And Man City only just beat Bury 3-2. So a few of the bigger teams, they're nearly looking like they slipped up. Obviously Man United did, and that is Rogovski very happy that he's actually playing in that last game. But we do have some player development to look at first of all, before we get into any of the transfer deals. Let's see, do we have anybody going up? Yes, Strakowski has gone up to 74 overall. A couple of other players going up in attributes, but not in overall. And he's actually getting very close to a similar sort of overall to Schmeichel, so he could easily challenge him, because obviously Strakowski is much taller, so I'd probably favour him over Schmeichel, to be honest, if he does manage to overtake him. And we have a transfer for in here for Joe Dudu, as I always call him, and it's a 1-year loan to Gillingham. I don't think we'll really have him in the first team at all, to be honest, next year anyway, but we are going to loan him out, see what he turns out to be like by the end of the season. And we've got a game against Bournemouth now. Can we get anything back on the Sane deal? Yes, they've accepted it. I wasn't expecting that, actually, but they have. First time. He wants 45 grand a week. We'll give him that. 5-year deal. And an important first team player, I think, is probably what I'll go with. You could argue maybe he's going to be a crucial player, but I'm going to go important. He's only 19 years old, and hopefully he agrees to that one. Sadly, we've not got him in before the Bournemouth game, though, so we do have to try and sim this one without him. I'll quickly change on the team. I'll be back in a second once I've done that. And that is the team I've gone with. It's pretty much the team you'd expect, other than Ezekiel starts, because Okazaki is very tired from that previous game. Jamie Vardy's obviously in front of him as well, which you couldn't quite see there. But it's kind of the usual team, just that one change. And we are going to sim it. We're going to sim it through the usual way rather than the calendar. And here we go. Bournemouth have just gone and scored after 3 minutes through Wilson. That's not a good start for us. Already behind. Can we get ourselves a goal back? Yes, we have. Damari Gray scores 1-1 into the second half now. Graydon makes it 2-1 to Bournemouth. That is, again, not good for us whatsoever. We don't seem to have many goal scorers from these simming match positions. We need to get a second desperately. Can we get a second? 5 minutes left. No, we've lost the game 2-1. That's an awful result against Bournemouth. Got to be beaten them. Can't tell you what to discuss wages. I will discuss wages with him, but I'm going to wait until the Sane deal is done, because obviously I want to see how much money I've got left after that. It won't be too much though. But first transfer for in here for Lancia Traore. He is a player I'm interested in getting rid of. I'm not going to lie, he hasn't been good since joining in the summer. And I think we could do with trying to get in another tall player to replace him. 4.3 million. I'm going to accept that, I think. I'm going to try and get in someone that's worth a similar sort of amount. I can't remember how much I paid for him. I've probably just sold him at a huge loss knowing me, but we'll have to wait and see actually. I'll quickly check if I can. How much did I get him in for? It must have been a similar sort of amount. 5 million, so that's already a 700 grand loss at least. I need to quickly have a look at some strikers though to bring in now to replace them. Okay, I'm going to try and get in Mame Diouf. Now he's a Stoke City player obviously, and he's very fast, he's tall, he's good in the air, he pretty much fits everything we're after. He's not really tall though, like Traore, so I think this kind of fits what we're after. As part of the deal, I think I might put in Wes Morgan, who I know I've just obviously gone past, but I'm just looking for any other solutions to players I'm getting rid of. And Wes Morgan hasn't played enough. Sadly, I'm going to get rid of him because he doesn't really feature too much in my plans going forward. He's getting obviously a little bit older now, but still, I don't think he's going to quite be good enough to get in our first team. Obviously, we brought in Shawcross. I've got Liam Moore, who I want to try and develop and use a little bit more. But we'll have to wait and see, really, on that one. It's a bit of a long shot, including Wes Morgan. They probably won't be interested in him. Let's see, can I get in Sane yet? Surely, got to get him in soon. Yes, we have. He's accepted the contract, and he joins us for 6.5 million. Mark Albrighton goes the other way, and for those of you who can't remember, he's still out for like another 4 weeks, Mark Albrighton, so we've definitely benefited from that. He was out injured, and we got in Sane. Really happy with that signing. Brilliant signing, really, for us. And let's quickly see, he should be 76 overall. Yes, he is. Fits into that team brilliantly. Looks so much stronger now down that left-hand side. And Stoke City have actually accepted the 5.5 million and Wes Morgan for Juve. Wasn't expecting that at all. Whether we can actually afford to bring him in is a different thing. I don't really know whether we can. I'm quickly going to check Traore's wage. It might be a little bit different to what I expected it to be. 45 grand, we should be able to bring him in, I think, just. So we'll quickly just change a few things around and hopefully be able to offer him a contract. Okay, this is what we're going to go with. We're going to go 3-year deal, 50 grand a week. I can't offer him much more than that. And I think we'll go important first team player. I was tempted by Crucial. We've also got Jamie Vardy and Okazaki, who will be my starting strikers, I would imagine. The only option would be obviously the Okazaki swaps between him and obviously Juve. So we'll wait and see anyway if we can get him in. It's going to be a long shot, this one, though, because we might not have enough money to get everybody in. Although saying that, this prize money might help us out. Oh, okay, that's not helped us out. Traore's broken down that deal, so yeah, that's not good news. But now we have a scouting update to have a look at. A couple of players here that I'm not too interested in. Another one that I'm not interested in. We're going to have anybody? I don't think we'll sign Perez. We'll leave him for another month. In other news, we have Ryan Shawcross, a bid in for him, 10 million. I'm going to reject that one straight away. It is a lot of money, obviously, but he's a vital player for us in the team, so I'm not going to sell him for 10 million. Okay, Juve has come back and said that he wants 60 grand a week. What I'm actually going to do now that Traore's not going is put in a new offer if I can, which involves Traore. It just makes more sense, I think, to try and do that. But before I'm able to do that, we have to obviously wait until the deal's dead, so we've got to sim this game against Aston Villa. It was supposed to have a game against Tottenham to play, but I think it's been rescheduled. As you can see there, it's near the end of the month. We do sadly have to sim another match. I know it's very risky, not been good form at all. I'm hoping that next month we can kind of regain it a little bit if we get wins against Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal. That'll be tough, but let's wait and see how we got on against Villa. We desperately need to win this game. Really, a point wouldn't even be enough. Because we're slowly falling down further the league. So let's see. We won that game 2-0. Fantastic result for us. We'll take the 3 points and hopefully move up the table a little bit. Oh, well, that's annoying. Yeah, I don't know why that's happened. We've been told clearly this deal's not going to happen. Well, actually, they accepted the bid originally, so I don't know why the deal suddenly can't happen. That's very annoying, because that's just a little glitch, I think, in FIFA. That's nothing to do with us at all. So I can't get Juve in now, which is frustrating. I don't know why that's happened. Yeah, we're just going to have to move on to a different player. That was typical as well. He looks like a really good player for us. So we're going to have to move on to a different striker now, which has also cost us a few days as well. I'll quickly try and find one. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I've kind of gone down a little bit of a different route here. We've not gone for a tall striker, because I don't know whether we really need him. We've got Vardy and Okazaki who are okay at heading. I'm going to try and get in Kelechi Iheanacho, though. I'm still going to try and get rid of Traore, because he's just simply not good enough in game. Iheanacho, though, hopefully should be a lot better. He's obviously much faster. He's still left-footed, which is something I think we needed in the striking department. So I'm going to try and get him in, just a straight trade, basically. And hopefully Man City are interested, but it might be, again, another long shot. And if that doesn't work out, we'll move on to going back to getting someone in that's genuinely quite tall. So 6'3" Adebayor. He's not got long left on his contract, so 1 million in Traore will be another bid that I'll be putting in. Again, though, not really too sure that we can get him in. That's a height option if I do change my mind. There'll be a couple of other players I'll put some bids in for as well. And we'll also go with Mbakani as well. 1 million in Traore, a similar sort of deal to the previous one that you just saw. And now let's move on to see whether we can get any of them in. Not too successful. All have been rejected. Man City have said they're not interested in the player I've included in the deal. And Crystal Palace have said he's recently moved, so he's not available. Well, he's not recently moved. It was the last season that he's moved, but we'll see what they say to the Norwich one. And yeah, again, they're not interested in the player I've included. So that is not good. We need to try and include some money, I think, as part of the Man City deal. I thought I was going to be overspending, though, with that one, so I didn't include any money. But we're not going to clearly get Adebayor, and it doesn't look like we're going to get Mbakani either. Yeah, I don't really know what to do. 1.1 million? Will they accept that? We'll have to wait and see. But for now, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to go leave your suggestions in the comments for players that can replace Traore, because he's quite clearly not going to be good enough for the end of this season and going into next season. That is it. Thank you very much for watching. If you could hit 20 likes on this video, it'd be absolutely fantastic. And if you could also go subscribe as well, it'd be brilliant as well. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.